The autumn wind brings a pirate ship that frolics across the sea, that both common man and superfan ride upon with glee. It sets its sails on Sunday with a stool upon its mast, and that sounds the ring of the internet's king and a bristling black mustache. The autumn wind brings outlaws, misunderstood and feared, and blow for blow they'll vanquish foes while drinking down their tears. The world amazed, all singing praise with Casey Smith upon the stage, Dave and Dan, Dan and Dave.
Really? Ain't nobody care about Dan and Dave. It's prime time, baby.
Welcome to the Pro Football Show presented by the Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Week 14 of the NFL. We're in New York. Deion, Dave, Dan, I am Casey. Deion, you've been in Mississippi all week.
Yes, I'm loving it.
You're loving it?
First day on the job Monday. Got a great staff. I am loving it.
When do the players report?
They report on, I believe, the 4th of, they report the last couple weeks, a few weeks from now.
You got to figure that out.
Yeah,
I got to figure that out.
I'm thinking about the first day of practice. I'm thinking about the first day of
a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on.
You got anything up your sleeve? You gonna fire someone day one?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
No, but there is a
saying.
list. There is a list of guys that have not met academic requirements,
Okay.
and there's a list of guys that are suspended for the first 4 games. So I'm gonna get rid of them.
Yeah.
For you mean not meeting that kind of?
Yeah, but why would I wait
Right.
4 games?
Yeah.
And I need those scholarships. Like, get rid of them. That's
Teddy
all.
and Sam. It depends. I mean, how good are the guys?
And you get to do the work at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that is actually a good question by Dave. You are a Bob Bowden disciple, so you
True.
know the first quarter. I think he invented the first quarter suspension.
Like, how
First
good are the
drive
guys? You
suspension.
got to see how good the guys are.
No.
Okay.
You gotta get rid of them.
Being strict. So you've been in Mississippi. Dave was in Miami last week. He wore your jersey out. Did you see that he wore your jersey?
Yeah, I did. I was proud of him.
Yeah? Did it
It's
play?
my stomping grounds. I'm from Florida.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't know it.
He took a shot. Took a
Did
shot.
you expect anything less?
I mean, I thought a couple people, a couple guys are like, oh, that's a sick shirt when they see the back. But for the most part, they're like, what's he doing in that? He can't pull that off. He looks like an idiot.
So it was more about you than not me.
It was a combo.
Okay.
It was a combo. Like, I wouldn't wear a current jersey, I don't think, out. And not a lot of people from the front knew, like, oh, that's a vintage primetime shirt.
Yeah, was it vintage though, or was it just a Falcons?
Well, I mean, it
was throwback.
Yeah, it was 1992, like Mitchell and Ness.
Oh, yeah, Mitchell and that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So it was like a real throwback.
Were people confused why you were wearing a Falcons jersey?
Yep.
Is that why
a lot
you didn't?
of people coming
that's
up to me like,
probably-
"Oh, you like the Falcons?" Like, come on, no, I don't.
Well, our guy Glenny Balls is back. He is the official weatherman. Glenny, how's it going today?
Fantastic. It's a beautiful day, beautiful Thursday.
Glenny, I got some wind circled, so make sure you're up on your wind.
Yeah, I got a lot of wind written down, actually.
Okay.
I'm on
There
the
you go.
Good.
It's a big paper. So we're looking at the records. It is week 14, only a few more weeks of the regular season. Deion, you are in a 5-game lead.
They got to make a move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in
they
front of
gotta
Dan
go-
Credit to
Dave.
Dave for that Giants pick. That was a nice move.
what?
Double-digit underdog.
proud of you.
Outright. We should have the clip where you were like, don't do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. And I said I should get bonus points for that. I feel like there should, if we really thought about this, if you take a double-digit underdog to win, you should get like 2 points or something. But I'm taking the Giants. I think they can win this game.
Ooh.
I like Colt McCoy.
Then you're not going to do that.
I should.
Because you wouldn't give Dan the
Yeah.
pass on
That's
the Trump
totally
stuff.
different. To take a double-digit underdog outright, that takes huge
I mean, you go
balls.
16.
That takes
Should
plenty
you
balls.
get an extra win for that?
I should extra win. I should get.
It was great
more.
that they even won. First of all, the Giants, but I'm proud of the Giants.
They're a good coach team. They're a good football team.
You just saying that since last week. Like,
No,
they
I've
got
been
their
saying that
butts
for a
kicked.
while. I've been saying that for a
Saying that
while.
for a
I've
whole
actually
week
been on the
now.
Giants for like a month. The Washington football team, I'm now saying they're good as well. NFC East isn't a joke anymore.
They're frisky.
Yeah, they
Both
are
of
a joke.
those teams,
The
though-
NFC is a joke.
No.
The NFC East is still a
No,
joke.
no.
Yes, they are.
The
They're just
Washington
winning.
football team and the Giants, one of those teams could win a playoff game.
Absolutely.
No,
Absolutely.
neither
Hey,
one.
I'm looking forward to that moment to show you.
I'm willing to put something on it. And I'm
right.
not a betting man. I'm not talking about finances, but I like stuff.
We'll just do reputation.
Or what about
one of
the
those
chain?
teams
The
is
chain,
gonna win.
you could put the chain back on the.
We can't put the chain
No,
back
never
on.
mind.
That's nuts that you don't think one of those teams can win.
A winner, no. Washington or the Giants, a
Yes.
playoff game?
Yes.
Against who? Who could they beat?
Okay, well, I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So how about the Seattle Seahawks? They might be in that spot.
No.
Yeah,
They won't.
They just
won't
beat them.
But they won't.
And they'll have to fly
in
all the way to New
playoffs,
York.
They won't beat them.
I think
I'd have to look. What's
Nobody.
Who's in? No.
It's nobody.
Who's in the playoffs right
it's
now?
right now. Right now, off the top of my head, and this might be totally wrong. It's Saints 1 seed, Packers 2 seed.
True.
3 seed would be the who is
The
in,
Rams?
No,
Rams.
The Rams.
The Rams.
The 4 seed would be the Giants. The 5 seed would be the Bucks. I want to say.
Oh, you could
6
beat the
Seahawks.
Bucks.
Yeah, you could beat the Bucks.
No.
They
You could beat
played
the
them to a
Seahawks.
2-point game.
And the Giants, that division winner is going to be home, correct?
Yes,
Regardless?
correct.
Win
Oh, come on, Deion.
in a playoff.
You're saying a home game in Washington, New York, they can't beat whoever comes
No.
in? Come on, that's
Can I tell you what happened the last 2 times that a division was won with a
You have a
team
curly
under
kid.
500? Do I?
Yeah, you do. You have
Like,
a nice curl going.
Oh, like what was his
you're in
name?
Greece.
No, Superman.
like
Remember?
Elvis.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
his name?
Clark Kent.
Well, no, but what was the actor's
I don't
name?
know.
Christopher Reeves.
Nope, he fell off a horse. That was sad.
That was sad. Who?
You're talking Smallville?
Like the new one?
Yeah, no.
Dean?
Yeah, maybe
Who's
Dean.
Dean
Dean's
Cain?
got
No.
yeah.
It-
Yeah,
I'm
Dean
just-
Cain.
I'm,
Dean Cain.
I'm reeling off Superman.
That's some good stuff.
Dean Cain. He
Henry
has
Cavill?
this. Dean Cain has that.
Henry Cavill's another one.
Elvis had that.
Elvis.
Why don't you just take Elvis?
it does look like Grease, though.
From
Greece.
Mississippi.
Yeah.
Tupelo,
Greece.
Mississippi.
John Travolta,
What was I
Greece.
saying? Oh, the last 2 times a team has won the division
West Side
with
Story,
under.
Sharks and Shets.
Yes. Doing a little
Yeah.
fight in the
It's a
street.
look.
Little
It's
dance
definitely a look.
Little dance fight.
The last time that a team has won, last 2 times a team has won a division under 500, they both have won playoff games.
What a stat.
Beastquake. Remember Beastquake?
Nope.
That was a 7-9. Yeah, you do.
No.
That was a 7-9 Seattle
Who's
Seahawks
Beastquake?
team when Marshawn Lynch ran through the Saints.
Oh, yeah, I
entire
remember that
defense.
I
run.
don't even know what that word means.
Beastquake.
You do remember the
You
run.
remember it.
Quake. I
Marshall
remember the
remember.
run,
Yeah, I
but
didn't
I
know.
never
They
heard
were
that.
7-9.
He's
I
not
never heard that.
Beastquake. He's
And I
saying
think
it's
the other
one
one
word,
was
yeah.
maybe the Panthers. I think they win.
It won't happen, and I'm willing to bet something on it.
Do you
Okay.
think if one
That
of them
ain't
was
money.
going to win, who would the Giants or the Washington football team have more
Yeah,
of
who
a
do you
shot
like
of winning?
more?
Who'd
I
you
would like
more?
Washington more
Okay.
Okay.
because of their defense.
Giants have a good defense too.
There we go. Okay.
They also are game planning the hell out of these. Like they had a great game plan against Seahawks. They're playing well. The Giants are a good football team.
Washington has a top 10 defense.
Yeah, they do.
Giants have the number 9 defense.
We'll see. So we need a little bit to decide what you guys are going to put on the line?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's get into the storyline games of the week. We're going to start with the Minnesota Vikings at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs did have the week off. The Vikings won in overtime last week, an ugly overtime against Jacksonville. Deion, I'm going to start with you. Kirk Cousins and Tom Brady, their stats are pretty similar going into this game. What do you think about this matchup?
The Vikings are a team that, statistically, Kirk Cousins with 26 TDs, that looks pretty impressive. But this is a team that is basing everything off the run. Their defense is a makeshift. I talk to my man Zimmer every week because he, when he wins, he'll call. When he loses, I can't talk to him, period. I don't like Minnesota whatsoever. They're young. They're not a good team. And going to Tampa Bay, Tampa better put 8 in the box to stop the run and dare them to throw. I'm liking Tampa Bay and Tom Brady in this game.
And just to clear up that stat, so you talk to Zimmer half the time.
Yes.
6 and 7.
Yeah, they are 6
I
and
talk to
6.
him every week. When he wins, I talk to him. When he doesn't,
True. That is
Every
true.
other week at this
That
point.
is true.
It's a tough game. I don't know what to expect. I think the Bucs, they're due for a statement, but I don't know. It's here. We don't pick versus spread though, so I'll take the Bucs.
I think this is an easy game. I think the Bucs are going to kill them.
Really?
Vikings are
not gonna kill
they lost to the Cowboys. They barely beat the Panthers. They barely beat the Jaguars. And the Bucs are basically like the book is out on the Bucs. When they play a top defense, they struggle. When they play a bad defense, they kick the shit out.
Lamar Jackson.
Right.
This
so,
should be a good game for Tom Brady.
Yes.
Why? You know why? Because Zim knows if you leave Tom back there, he's going to eat you alive. Rush him. Make him move.
but I don't think they have the guys for that.
They're going to blitz him. That's what I'm saying. They're going to
Yeah,
have to
I
blitz.
don't-
They're going to use another guy, so it's going to be one-on-one on the outside, so your receiver should fare well, and Tom should have a big day.
The Bucs have lost to the Rams, the Bears when the Bears were still playing defense, the Saints twice, and the Chiefs. Those are all
Those are good teams.
good defense.
Really good teams.
And then they beat they beat the Raiders by 25. They beat the Panthers by like 20. They beat the Packers defense by 28 or 38, whatever it was. Like they beat up on the bad defense.
Yeah.
No, what you're saying is they're not ready for the great teams.
No,
in
they're
our
not.
league,
They're not.
But
yeah.
they destroy the average team.
Correct. They'll get in the playoffs.
That's it.
And maybe if they can get some lucky bounces, I think the Saints will beat the shit out of them again. I mean, those games haven't.
Right.
That last game.
Yeah,
Was,
Yeah, it was terrible.
Deion, I have a question for you. So Dalvin Cook, he was passed by the Bucks when in the draft a couple years ago. They took O.J. Howard. This is the first time he'll be in Tampa since then. Does that play any?
No, it wasn't.
That didn't play anything. That's a media thing.
He's gotten paid.
It also doesn't. I mean, it doesn't help your offensive line block better.
No, he's gotten paid. The thing about it,
So
you
it's not like
passed
a
me.
revenge.
Yeah, I went back and I got my money. He just got re-up this year.
So that's more of a thing that we talk about that you guys
Yes,
don't care
he
about.
could care less.
Okay.
I feel like revenge spot like that can really only work.
With a quarterback.
Well, see, even the quarterback, I don't think it can work because your wide receivers still have to get open. I was actually going to say for a cornerback. Like a cornerback can shut down a wide receiver.
Yeah, but we can't control nothing.
Or
shut
a
'em
pass
down and you can
rusher,
lose
pass rusher can
game.
win their one-on-one battles.
True.
Quarterbacks, there aren't really one-on-one battles for quarterbacks. They're not really one-on-one battles the same way for
Yeah, but
running
they
backs.
keep that stuff inside. That's what pushes Tom Brady.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
not
he
being
cried.
drafted. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
36.
what drives him.
Gino Carmozo, goat herder. The revenge stuff I feel like is more if you're on a team and they don't like Brady if he played the Patriots.
Right.
That type of situation.
All right. Let's.
Speaking of that, isn't that why Dez said that he's going to retire? Because he really wanted to play against the Cowboys?
And
Yeah, that was.
COVID.
Yeah, but they said he was negative. Then they tested him again right before the game, and he came up positive by some
30
strange
minutes
reason.
before the game.
Yeah,
He's
like
probably too slow to outrun COVID.
you need to stop. That was a low blow. That was a low blow. But he
Showed up
did
and
he
he
shut
was
it
like,
down?
"Hold on, I'll run this."
I don't know how that played out because he tweeted, "I'm done. I give up. I quit."
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I tried to give him
he
some
tweeted that, but
positivity.
then later on in the night, he also tweeted that he was just drinking.
Yeah,
He
it
wasn't
was an
drunk. He was
emotional-
just drinking.
I
He was
think
emotional.
Dez
He was
likes
coping.
people talking about Dez.
Correct.
And it's
At
like,
this stage,
yeah.
He said, I'm going to drink some wine and cope, and then wanted people to send him pictures of their wine while they were watching the
I
game.
say ain't no.
Wait, he
ain't
said
no.
what? Wine and coke?
He said, I'm going to have some wine and cope.
Copenhagen?
No, like,
Make sure you say
No,
that
no. I
clearly.
mean, I'm
Coke.
asking. Like, I actually wouldn't be shocked if Des Bryant was like, "I'm gonna have a nice, like, $500 bottle of wine and a dip."
I think he was
Do that
coping.
together.
I hope he didn't give
and
it up.
he did clarify that he was not drunk when he was tweeting.
Got
But the
it.
fact that he was even tweeting, I'm not
I think if
drunk.
you have to
be
clarify,
emotional.
yeah, you have to clarify.
Yeah, but that lets you know that he was looking forward to playing against the Cowboys, and he put a lot into that.
Yeah.
And then when he
Everybody's looking forward to playing the Cowboys.
it's true.
That's a
Get
good
your
one.
stats up.
Let's go to the Kansas City Chiefs at the Miami Dolphins.
Good game.
The Chiefs won last week. The Dolphins won last week. As of right now, it looks like Tua is going to be starting.
Right.
Dave, what do you think about that? I know you're not a Tua guy, so
No, and I need the Chiefs here. I need the Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose one more game, we still play them, and that's how the Patriots catch them because we'll have beaten them twice. But I think the Dolphins are fading a little bit. But this game, now that I'm looking at it on a different day, it's like I was so convinced on the Chiefs, and now I think it could be close. But I'm taking the Chiefs, and I need the Chiefs to win. I can't have the Chiefs lose this game.
Dan, what do you think?
I think the Chiefs are going to win this game. I think it's going to be pretty easy, too. I think the Dolphins, nice story, have been fading a little bit. They've also had a little bit of a soft schedule here. I also think it's just a bad matchup for the Dolphins in the fact that you're going to have Tua probably play from behind, which I don't think he can do at this point in his career. And the Dolphins' defense is good, but they're aggressive. And it's kind of like we see it all the time when a defense tries to blitz Patrick Mahomes, like, all right, he'll just carve you apart. Like, you can't do that. You have to you basically have to just sit back and hope that he makes a mistake eventually. So I don't, and you know, the old like only way to beat Tom Brady is get pressure with 4 guys. You can't blitz because they'll tear you apart. The Dolphins that play an aggressive style of defense, I think Patrick Mahomes will tear them apart. And the Chiefs are like, the fact that there's only one bye this year, this would normally be a spot where I'd look and be like, all right, the Chiefs might have a letdown spot. They don't really need this. They need this game.
do.
They want to have, that one bye is such a significant advantage this year.
The
Deion?
Denver Broncos put up a good fight last week, right? Simply because they have a running game. They could run the darn football.
And I think this late in the season, whenever you have a in-division game, it's always going to be close.
When you run the football, guess what Patrick Mahomes is doing? He's over there on the sideline
Yeah.
watching the game. That's why they put up a great fight. These guys can't run the ball like that. I love the Dolphins defense, but they can't run the ball to keep this grown man off the field. He's certainly the MVP of the league this year with 31-2. That is unbelievable. But I tell you what, this will be a good game because of the Dolphins' defense. It's going to go down to the end. The Chiefs will certainly win. But if the Dolphins could figure out how to run the darn football between now and this weekend, it's going to be even a better game.
I have a question for you, Deion. And you'll probably disagree with this, but Dave and I always say, a home run can be a rally killer, which is true in baseball. Can there be, when you're playing defense, if you are out there on the field and the offense takes like a 10-play drive, and then your offense goes out there and scores in 2 plays, are you actually kind of sneaky mad at them?
No.
Not a little bit?
Because you know what you're up against.
But you're not a little bit like, come on, could you not?
No,
just,
you know what.
couple more plays?
If it happens a couple times, yeah, but you know what you're up against.
Because sometimes Patrick Mahomes does that, where he doesn't even give his defense a rest.
When we get mad is when it's sudden change.
Yeah.
Like you go out there and you throw a pick and you hear sudden change. Now you got to run back out.
That happened in the Bills game. They ended up winning, but on the goal line stand, and then they just fumbled in the next play.
Yeah.
Not that you remember that. With Travis Kelce, where do you rank him of tight ends?
The dog. Right.
Where do you rate him in douchebags?
How is he a douchebag?
He's the worst.
Why?
You don't think he's the
No,
worst?
he's a great guy. Have you ever met him?
Have you ever watched like his TV show, which sucked? Have you ever
It
seen the way
did
he
not.
talked?
It did not.
Jason Kelsey or whatever that was called?
Yeah, he was.
You watch that, Deion? You didn't watch
Yes, I have watched that
Bullshit,
before.
you
I did
watched
watch that.
You didn't
I
watch
like
it.
reality stuff, especially with athletes. I like that. This guy, let me tell you something.
He's a tryhard.
No.
He's a fake Gronk.
No,
he's
he's
a
not.
Walmart Gronk.
Gronk ain't got near what this guy has, like in that Geneseo Core area. He is it. He really is it.
You just really, Dave hated that.
He really does.
He's a tryhard.
I like
How
watching
is he
him
a
play.
tryhard?
He
He's
is.
a very good player.
Yeah. He does it. What was the tweet he did earlier this year?
I apologize to my teammates, my coaches, my mother when he had like 600 yards and 8
that's
touchdowns.
right. That was a look at me moment. You have to admit.
The
They
guy-
lost, and he had
me
like
tell you
an
something.
unbelievable game.
The guy is a
What is
dog
he? At? He's
on
group. He's
No,
great
he's
player.
a dog on the field. He's a
Great
great
player,
player.
great douchebag.
He's a great guy off the field.
Incredible player.
Everybody
Incredible
loves this
player.
dude, man.
No,
Dave hates him.
Because he's a flat out baller.
I don't hate people for that
Why do you hate him?
because he's a douchebag.
Why you
There's a little bit. There's a little bit of people were saying that Kelsey was better than Gronk.
Well, that was a joke.
There's a little of that.
That's
Yeah,
a
but
joke.
that's in there though. That's about 20%.
That's in there.
That's in there.
He did the 23 and me
He's
of
just
your
like
hate for
Gronk's
Travis
real.
Kelce.
Everything about him is real. Everything.
Okay, so
of Kelsey seems forced.
I love Gronk. Now I'm a Gronk man, but you don't think that whole episode of I'm gone from the NFL and I'm back, that didn't do nothing to you?
Oh, I don't think he knows what he's doing minute to minute. I think he wanted to go to WWE, miss football. Like, I think he's a genuine meathead.
I could see Gronk coming back when he's like 45.
Yeah.
Like every year he retires.
But the whole I'm gone, and when you left, you did everything you could but Sesame Street, and now you're back.
Oh,
like that.
Gronk is an all-time like endorser, but he'll endorse 10-cent products that you find. He'll do anything. But
I don't have a problem with that.
No, but
part
he's
of Gronk.
like
But
a real guy.
You can't say this about Kelsey.
I've never met Kelsey personally.
Thank you.
So it is from afar.
He's a great human being. Like on the field.
and
off
we
the
know
field,
Gronk personally.
Yeah.
Right.
So that
There's a
changes
little
it.
bias there.
I
but-
love me some Gronk. Now, don't get me wrong. Gronk is my guy. I love some Gronk. He's a real dude. Kelsey is a genuine real dude, man.
Who do you think's a better tight end, Gronk in his prime or Travis Kelce?
Come on. Best of all time.
This
Gronk's
is
the
also,
best
you
of
know
all
what's
time.
interesting
That's
is
a good one right there.
No, it isn't.
Deion.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Because both of them, I'm going on what they bring to the table. Coming from the defensive perspective, both of these guys are grown men. Kelsey does a lot more between here than Gronk.
Blocking?
Not like Gronk.
What do you
blocks.
mean in
Gronk
between here?
Getting down the middle of the
He's
field.
got more
Dominating
wiggle.
in the middle of the field.
He's got more wiggle.
He's more of a route guy. Gronk is more of a physical guy. Kelsey more of.
You're going to
Kelsey
lose
can do
all
it
your credibility.
No. I know what I'm talking about.
So
I really know what I'm talking
he's
about.
got more wiggle.
Like I'm talking about defensively.
both in their prime, one game, you're taking
That's
Kelsey
where
over
it
Gronk?
changes.
That's
Gronk
a
in his
tough
prime
one, man.
was unlike anything else.
You're
Here-
talking about the physicality.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about what he does for you. Kelsey could go out there, here. He does everything, man.
So you're saying you
He's
take.
a matchup.
Did you answer
No,
it yet?
I'm telling no.
Can you answer it?
I can't answer. I can't tell you which.
Here's what
That's what
what's
this show's
happening
about.
right now.
Make hard decisions.
Yeah, you're finding out
Sorry
about
for setting you
that.
up. Sorry for setting you
I
up.
you're
like
finding
that.
out about fan logic because Dave,
Who's
this is what we do
throwing?
as fans.
He's the best tight end of
if
all
someone
time.
says your
No,
favorite
no,
player,
that's not true.
if someone says, "Oh, well, this guy's better than your favorite player," you immediately hate the other guy. That's what's happening.
I like that.
So that's kind of where his
But
hate
I'm saying from a defensive guy, and I'm on a defense, and I don't know if you read my shirt, but I was that defensive guy.
Yes.
The shirt is real. It ain't just something I bought. Okay. Looking at it from a GOAT's perspective, these matchups are unbelievable. But Kelsey stretches the field a little more than Gronk. If I'm talking about, he does.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Gronk don't stretch the field vertically,
I think
Never
and he's
been
a route guy.
You're talking nonsense.
I think the difference is
You are.
I'm sorry.
You are. He's the greatest tight end of all time.
yeah, no, that's true, and I think it's Gronk is physically was more imposing than any tight end.
Dude, the dude has a grand already. What game are we in? Has any tight end done that? I don't know. Let's check that.
Kelsey is essentially.
Let's check that.
Like,
Can we check that stat? Has
Kelsey's the first tight end in 5 seasons to have 1,000 yards.
Well, it's probably Gronk.
every
Last-
season?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I just
Wait,
know.
wait,
I don't
wait,
think
wait.
nobody
But
hit a
if you
grand.
look at Kansas City, like you
I know.
got Tyreek Hill, like Gronk was weapon one.
No, that's the problem. You can't blame that on him.
So
You can't blame that on him.
I want you on the record. In their prime, one game, you're taking Kelsey over Gronk.
It depends on the situation. I'm telling you.
I won't answer.
I just
can't.
know
I'll
he gives
answer
me
it.
more
I'm taking
vertically.
Gronk.
You should, because you're a Patriots guy.
No, because he's the best tight end of all time. I'm taking Bavaro too.
He's the best. You got to stop. Right then, you had a lot of people with you.
No,
They
no,
fell
no,
off.
Mark
Like you had a
Bavaro.
lot of people on the train holding up with you. And when you said that,
were
they
you on
fell
the
off.
field? Were you on the field in 49ers, hanging on it? He was probably carrying you like a piggyback
No,
ride.
Bavaro was not.
Or
like
you were
that.
probably like, I'll sit this one out.
Nobody, it ain't, I love him as a player, but if you're going to really say that, you better grab a Winslow, a Kelly Winslow. Grab somebody like that, a Shannon Sharp. Don't grab a Bavaro.
Mark Bavaro.
Don't grab a Bavaro
Mark
before you grab
Bavaro.
a Sharp. I'm going to grab me a Sharp.
When Dave said that Gronk's the greatest tight end of all time, you were shaking your head. Who would you say is the greatest of all time?
So it's Gronk.
It is Gronk.
It's
that
unreal.
position,
The
yes.
reason I say that because guys like Kelsey, it's not finished yet.
Yeah, but
It's not finished
But
yet.
if you want to talk about longevity, that's different. Like Antonio Gates played for 1 billion years.
Yeah, but I didn't even put him in the category.
Gronk's peak will not be touched by Travis Kelsey's.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I have watched games, and I have never seen where Brady was just forcing the ball to Gronk and like 100 guys on him, and he's like a bowling ball. He just gets it. Come on, Deion.
You talking about a guy like Patrick Mahomes who have a plethora of receivers out there, and this man still has a grand? He still has a grand.
Yeah, but
he's done what that has
Probably
never
gay.
been done.
probably
He's done what
saying
has
something.
never been done.
You're literally just the discussion is literally just about wiggle. Like, and
No,
I say that,
it's
and I
not
know that
about
word's
wiggle.
kind of yes, it is.
not-
It's
let me tell you
which one you would
something. I
rather
don't
have.
know.
You'd have a guy with wiggle.
You're talking about
like
a guy with
Kelsey-
brute strength, and I'm talking about a guy who's a student of the game, who knows defenses, who knows how to sit down in holes, who is really good. That's why I'm coming at you this way. This guy knows what he's doing. He knows how to run routes like no other between his numbers and outside. He's a aficionado of the game, man. This guy.
So is Gronk.
No, Gronk didn't know.
Gronk knew football.
was physical.
Absolutely. No, I could talk to Bill Belichick. He always says the most underrated thing, the only thing Gronk cares about, girls, weightlifting, football. Not necessarily in that order.
I love Gronk. Don't get me wrong.
Sounds
But
like you don't.
no, I love me some Gronk. But you talking about these two guys. That's
Well,
a tough
one,
one, man.
well, yeah.
That's
one-
a tough one.
It's not that tough.
That's a tough one.
Let's move on to the Sunday night football game. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Steelers lost last week, Dan, to the Washington football team. The Bills did win against the 49ers. What did you see from that game with the Steelers?
The Steelers, they can't run the ball. It's what's killing them, and now they're banged up on defense. I don't know what to make of them. I do love, like, Mike Tomlin is that type of guy who an underdog on the road.
Coach of the year.
It feels like those are the moments. Like, go against the Steelers when they're 10-point favorites against the Jaguars. Bet on them when they're playing on the road and everyone thinks they stink. But yeah, they can't run the ball. And that's the only thing that the Bills, like the biggest weakness the Bills have is running the ball. So I'm going to take the Bills in this game.
Dave?
Or stopping the running.
I want to launch another debate. I'm taking the Bills. If the Patriots can't win the Super Bowl, I'm rooting for Buffalo, Lamar Jackson, or Josh Allen. Who you got, Deion?
I'm going with Lamar Jackson. Hey, let me tell you
Wrong.
something.
Talk about it.
I'm going with the Bills because I've been riding the Bills all year.
Will you just never choose Josh Allen over Lamar Jackson
No,
because of
because
this
he's
forever?
not
What
ready.
if Lamar Jackson retires?
Because he's not ready.
Like tomorrow?
No, he's not ready.
He's looking pretty ready.
Yeah, whenever they get ready to play against a tough team, then you start saying, I don't know if this kid's ready right now. They've had a couple games that you've said, I don't know if he's ready right now.
26,
Am I right or wrong, Dave?
No.
I'll say
I
something
think he's looked great.
that's bold. I'll do my truth before everyone else's truth. I think Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen will end up at the end of their career with the same amount of MVPs.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
So you think?
What?
Yeah.
I can't believe
I mean, if Lamar wins another one, I think Josh will win too. Like he's going to win.
Lamar's
Josh
not
Allen will
winning
win an
another
MVP.
I hope so. I'm going with Buffalo in this game. I don't like Pittsburgh. I like them, but I don't love them. But I do love Buffalo. And if this quarterback, Josh Allen, can do his job, I promise you, if he could protect this football because he has the weapons that they got for him, if he could protect the ball and mix in a little more run, these guys are going to go to at least the championship game.
You're making him sound like he's like a game manager, Josh Allen. Without Josh Allen, this offense doesn't even come
He's
close
not a
to
game
working.
manager whatsoever,
He's
but
electric.
he's not ready.
Electric.
He's
He is
not
electric.
ready yet. He's still cooking. He's still in the oven.
20
And it
Stats
ain't
are pretty
Thanksgiving. Yes, that's
26 and 8, 70%.
Can I-
What more do you want the guy to do?
I'll do a truth. I already have my truth that I'm maintaining correct, but I would bet my life that Josh Allen wins a playoff game before Lamar Jackson.
Wow.
That has a lot to do with the team
Oh, this
as
guy.
well.
I mean, they were the 1 seed last year. The Ravens were the 1
Can't win with
seed.
this guy.
Lamar Jackson had 500 and something total yards
In garbage
last year.
time.
And
I
you
wanna
guys
sit down
still
and rewatch
found
that
something
game.
wrong.
I want to rewatch
You
that
still
game.
found
Count
something
how many
wrong.
stats he had in the last
You must have.
quarter and a half.
He must have really been having the parade when he beat up on the poor Cowboys this week. That was a Lamar special.
Well, speaking of truth, let's go to the hashtag truth brought to you by the Chevy Silverado. In football, you want players who can tackle anything, and the same is true in trucks. The Chevy Silverado was designed to help you tackle your to-do list and look good doing it. Whether you're taking on a big move or the ultimate tailgate, Chevy is ready with the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Dan, you've already said a truth.
I've already said a truth, and I want to revisit my truth from last week that the Ravens will go on a run and make the playoffs. I see it. They're going to, I mean, that Cowboys team stinks.
Stinks.
They can win against the Browns on Monday Night Football, which I wouldn't be shocked, especially I think Wyatt Teller, the guard for the Browns, who basically makes that running game go, is on the COVID list. Jags stink. Giants are a good team. Bengals are going to be giving up. So whatever way you slice it, that's 3. They can win 3 games out of the last 4. Would that get them to 10?
They got to win them all, but they do have.
Do
a
they
weak
have to win
schedule.
them all? What's their
Well,
record?
yeah, because the Patriots catch them if they don't.
But what's their record? Are they 7? Do they,
The Ravens are
7 and
1
5?
game ahead of the Patriots.
So yeah, so if they are okay, yeah. So if they win 3 more, they go 10 and 6.
That won't do it because the Patriots will catch them in
Got
the tiebreaker.
Who has the? Okay, I got to look through all the tiebreakers.
Dave, you said a truth already as well, but you're going to stick with the Patriots are legit playoff contenders?
Yeah.
You don't believe that.
Upgrade to Super Bowl contender.
Oh, so we're upgrading it.
He don't believe that.
Well, I do believe it.
That's not true.
No, I
don't.
truly do.
You don't.
I mean, if
No,
you
he definitely believes.
he believes it, but I mean, if
believes
you look at that, it's changed every
believes
week. But when he says
Yeah,
it, he
it
does
changes
believe.
every
But,
week.
but he believes it.
I started showing up with merch, like wearing Pat's hats. I'm in.
No. It's no doubt that you're in.
No, he
No, I
believes
believe
it.
it.
If they lose tonight, he won't believe
Correct.
it. But he believes it right now.
So that means
I think they're going to win tonight. And then I think if they win tonight is their season. I think they win out if they win tonight.
So when they lose tonight,
They're done. They're mathematically eliminated.
Okay.
Because the
So they
Ravens
win
aren't
next
going to lose. Ravens.
They're not gonna lose.
Ravens aren't going to lose twice.
yeah.
So by the time this
you
airs,
mean
we'll know.
Lamar's not going to lose twice?
Well, did you hear who they're playing? The Little Sisters of the Poor.
And did they make the schedule? So you're saying Lamar's not going to lose twice?
No, I'm saying they're playing teams that shouldn't even be relegated.
By the time this airs, we'll know how Dave actually feels. Because the merch will either be out or it won't.
He will be out. Dave, I'm just sitting up here watching this game, man, and I feel so bad for you. I mean, because you're not a fan. Like, you're a part of the team. You're a Patriots man, not a fan. So this has to hurt. I mean, because all hope is over. It's over. It's really over this year for you. So I just feel bad, man. I really do, man. I'm praying for you. I really am.
And then, Deion, your truth last week was that Kansas City will lose in the playoffs because of weather. You sticking with that?
I'm sticking with that.
Okay.
I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to ride that like a horse.
All right. Sounds good. We'll get to some more games in just a little bit, but for now, let's go to the Sunday conversation with Caleb Glenny Balls and Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin,
Yes.
if journalists keep journals, what do analysts keep? Annals?
No, I don't keep hanging on.
You ever think about making a Michael Irvin's bourbon?
No, but I like that.
What about Michael Irvin's turbans?
No, I don't think turbans not the same.
They say you got the 3 hards.
What's the 3 hards?
They say Michael Irvin's, he's hard mentally, he's hard in the muscle, and you know where else they say you're hard?
Where else am I hard?
Hard of hearing because you talk so loud. Is that true?
I may have 4 hards there. I'm just saying. If we got them two, they just eating ice cream. It's just insane.
You like Glenny Balls? What do you think about Glenny Balls? What do you and Glenny Balls think so funny?
I don't know what is so funny, Glenny Balls.
I don't know either, Mike.
This is all right, man.
You ever been in a football pile?
Yeah.
What happens in a football pile?
It depends on if you have the football.
You ever get your eyes gouged?
If you have the football.
Butthole poked?
If you have the football.
What else?
They're grabbing for all the balls.
When you were playing in a big game, did you ever have an opportunity to really just take a minute, look around, and say, wow, I should not be this high right now?
Wow, that's pretty good right there. No, I never thought about that.
You used to like the smell of cocaine, didn't you?
No, I never smelled cocaine. I may have felt some of it, but I never smelled it, you know. Does cocaine have a smell?
When you did get arrested and you're going through some legal troubles, did you know at that point you were going to jail with Adam Sandler?
Have you ever thought about going to jail?
I've been to jail.
I've been to jail. You want to be the enforcer or the one being forced upon?
My choices have already been made for me.
Interesting. What choice was made for you? What choice was made for you? Can't share that. It goes too deep.
When you're on TV, you're just giving your opinions, but you say it so loud, it's like it's a fact. Is that a strategy you use?
Actually, it is.
Would you mind reading this in your TV voice?
Just read it.
Can you just make this sound true?
It's not about the size of the boat. It's about the motion of the ocean.
All right, that's your guy, Michael Irvin, right?
I love me some playmaker, man. I really do. I can remember being in San Francisco, and I called him and I said, hey, man, I'm thinking about coming. I don't want to deal with no jealousy, no animosity. I just want to deal with real people at this stage of my career. What you think? He said, man, let me tell you something. I know the San Francisco 49er fans are wonderful, but multiply that by 10 when it comes to the Cowboys fans. And we're going to be straight. We're going to be straight. And I said, cool. I'm in. Because we had a bunch of Florida boys on the team, and he pushed me over the hump. That was it, to ensure that I was coming to be a Cowboy.
Awesome. I like that. As a growing up as a Cowboys fan, I appreciate that.
My favorite Michael Irvin story. So the Super Bowl when Deflategate was going down, and I was hunting down and taking asses of all the media personalities who were full of shit. And I went to media day, and they all ducked me one by one. Palantonio, Trent Dilfer, they all would talk, and I went up, put a microphone in their face. They ran, didn't want to do it. Michael Irvin was the only one who sat there and talked, and he actually was on Brady's side, right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
What do you think of Deflategate? Witch hunt or not?
I don't think much of it. I really don't. I mean, I understand, and I think the most important thing is that we all have a level playing field, and everybody gets an opportunity. But when you start talking about what these guys have accomplished over their careers in their 6 Super Bowls, I refuse to take that away from them.
I remember that. You remember the guys you go to war with.
There you go.
And you'll never forget it.
Never forget it.
Let's go to the Ain't Nobody Care Game of the Week, sponsored by Pepsi. This football season, prepare your taste buds with the most iconic sports watching drink of all time, Pepsi, with refreshing deliciousness, specially formulated to keep your eye on the ball and mouth-watering fizziness. Pepsi has everything you need to power you through game day. Pepsi is made for football watching. Dan, the Dallas Cowboys versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
Speaking of those fans, I mean, no one cares about this game.
Nobody.
The Andy Dalton revenge game, I can't think of anything that would get me less pumped up than saying Andy Dalton revenge game. But here we are. Andy Dalton revenge game. I don't know who we have.
I do, because he tweeted at us.
Who?
The Bengal guy. He looked like a stormtrooper.
I love it. Oh, I do. I've taken pictures of him in the stands.
Yeah.
I think he goes to the game still, even though they don't let fans in. He just shows up in his stormtrooper like, let me in.
And they let him in.
All right, let's see it.
All right, Deion. I heard you need some convincing to watch this Sunday's Cowboys-Bengals game in Paul Brown Stadium.
Hell, Cincinnati's got no knees left in its cities. Jonah Williams, Joe Burrow, me, myself, I'm battling a torn ACL. Who cares? Whatever. Without Joe Main Man Mixon, we got Giovanni Bernard, who is going to break off faster and harder runs than Big Cat after eating my beloved city Skyline chili, baby.
Hey, prime time. This is the Panthalorian. Coming straight out of Carolina.
Baby Yoda!
Get your buffalo chicken sub, get on the couch, and watch the Carolina Panthers versus Denver Broncos, and make it your game of the week.
So figure it out for yourself, Deion. Watch this week's Bengals-Cowboys game, and I want to hear a loud hooray coming from you.
This is the way.
Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda says hello.
So the stormtrooper for the Bengals, love it, love the getup, love the ACL, torn ACL. If you're a stormtrooper, you have to have the AirPods, right? You can't have the cord coming down.
I saw that.
Like you're the newest technology. You're a stormtrooper. You're living in the future. How do you still have cords?
It also kind of is tough to take a mascot seriously when his mascot has to be brand new, because Baby Yoda's like, I mean,
the Panthalorian.
Yeah, the Panthalorian.
You know Baby Yoda?
I think Baby Yoda.
I think he probably was a different guy, and then the Mandalorian comes out and he's like, the Panthalorian, my hands are tied. I have to do it.
When you look at this game, though, even though nobody cares about it, who are you taking?
Oh, my God. This is a bad game. God, this is a bad game. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys. Whenever it's a horrible game, I figure out who has the best quarterback in the horrible game. I'm going to take the Dallas Cowboys.
Dave?
I'm taking the Bengals. Cowboys, listen, I was an idiot. I took them last week. I went against. But watching that I mean, they've quit. They don't even attempt to tackle.
Dan?
And I don't think the Bengals have quit. The Cowboys
I don't think they have either, but they're so bad. They're so bad. I'll take the Cowboys. God damn, that's a bad game.
It's tough. Let's go to the rapid fire games of the week. Remember, Glenny is available for any weather. Dan, if you want the wind, you can definitely toss it over to Glenny, the weatherman. We'll start with Arizona at the New York Giants. Deion.
I'm going with Arizona.
Ugh. You don't respect the Giants.
Not whatsoever.
You're right.
Dave?
I was going to take Arizona. I'm stunned that Deion took the Cardinals, so I'm going Giants.
The Giants are going to win this game.
I
Kyler Murray's hurt.
this is the first time I've officially done it. I am on both sides because I think you guys both had your mortal lock on advisors, so I switched to Arizona, but I'm going to fade Deion, so whatever.
You got to do it to catch up.
Well, and Kyler, I feel like these two teams are going opposite ways, right?
Yes.
Like Kyler's progressing, and
I told
Giants
you
are-
guys every week I've never been sold on Arizona.
Joe Judge is a better coach than Cliff Kingsbury.
Facts.
That's a fact.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's go to the Titans at the Jags, Dave.
Titans.
Dan.
Titans in the over.
Every time I pick the darn Titans, they let me down. Every single time. They're in Jacksonville. I always say this. It's going to be a close game, but the Titans going to win. It's gonna
Titans
be a very
have to
close-
win this
They have
game.
to.
Have to. They have to. The Texans at your Bears, Dan.
This is a weather game.
Good game.
Plenty.
Balls.
Chicago. Wow, that was actually really good.
I think there's a lot of wind.
Right here. Expected to be 30 degrees in Chicago. Pretty cloudy, and the wind, is it crazy, 10 to 15? That's not too bad.
Oh, that's not that bad. I thought it was more than that.
No, 10 to 15 is what we got.
This one, I think the Bears defense has quit, and I actually think that's completely reasonable of them because they've held this team together for 3 years and finally they're like, fuck this. I still think the Bears are better, especially outdoors. I'm taking the Bears.
Dion?
Houston, Texas defense is horrible.
Horrible.
I just want you to know that.
Terrible.
They're worse than the Bears. I'm going to take the Bears. It's like you got to win sooner or later. I'm going to take the Bears.
Dave.
I'm going Houston. Here's the thing: when you, without knowing this, I know the players hate the coach, right? The Bears players hate
correct.
Nagy, and then you have Nagy being like, "Play for pride, have some pride." That makes you have less pride. You
No, they
want to
hate him.
show the coach up.
Why do they hate him?
Because I think
He's
he
an arrogant asshole.
How can you be arrogant and you're losing?
Well, no,
Exactly.
he is.
That's
and
why.
Wouldn't you say, from like your time playing, when you feel like a coach is not putting you in the best spot to win, you probably start to resent him. I don't think Nagy's doing that every week. I think he is not putting the team in the best spot to win.
How can
his
he put
decision making is not
It's
great.
the quarterbacks. So how?
No.
It's the quarterbacks.
No.
It's the
There's a lot of-
defense.
no,
the defense
no.
have truly
Bad
underachieved.
coach team. They're
Can
a
we
bad
say that?
coach team.
The defense have underachieved.
They're a bad coach.
We can't say that.
No, the defense has given up, and they should give up because there's no reason.
That's
to play.
character of men.
He's got an air about him.
Yes, he thinks he's an offensive genius.
He has an
Can't
air.
think he's the offensive genius.
I threw
No
this
way.
out there, but this is the craziest stat. 2018 Coach of the Year, Matt Nagy, runner-up Anthony Lynn. So
That's
both those
insane.
guys. are probably-
He's far from the bottom in offense, so he cannot think he's offensive genius.
No, well, but that,
Oh, no, Ryan Pace deserves a shitload of blame here. He's a bad general manager. He has done a bad job.
I mean, it's a different story if they take Mahomes, if they take Watson. Who else did they take? Who else?
What? In quarterbacks?
Mahomes.
Yes. Yeah,
Watson.
yeah, it's Mahomes and Watson.
Yeah, that's tough.
And this is already the stories are happening. I mean, it's
Mahomes, Watson.
No, when they started
the
with
Bears
Mahomes,
They
stop.
took
The Bears
over Mahomes.
the Bears quarterback taking Mitch Trubisky, it's like posting a puppy on the internet. If you want clicks for your website, just be like, can you believe that the Bears didn't talk to
That's a
Watson
good
or
one.
Mahomes? And they just
Sure.
write that story every fucking week, and then they put Mahomes in a Bears jersey, instant retweets. I'm sick of it. It's lazy.
They took
Emeka Okafor
Trubisky
and
over
Karan
Patrick
Butler.
Mahomes.
Ryan Gomes was 265 pounds out
The
of
guy who did that is still there.
fucked up.
It is so.
The
it's
guy who
insane.
took Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes
And
is
Deshaun
still
Well, I just
employed.
say, in his defense, those receivers there are not the receivers that's in Kansas City. Let's just get
I'm
this
pretty sure Mahomes would be able to figure it out.
He's your favorite.
Patrick Mahomes.
Let's go the Broncos at the Panthers,
Yeah.
Dion.
That's a really good game.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Don't say that.
When I say really
Denver,
good game, I
Carolina.
don't say exciting.
He just means close.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a really close game. Really, guys, when you look at that, you don't know which way this thing could go. Who is even quarterbacking for Carolina right now?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay. Denver could put up. Denver's
Lock sucks.
not a bad team though.
No, they're not. They actually have a decent talent on their roster. Drew Lock, he is the cockiest guy I've ever seen for doing nothing.
He was so fired up last week, just like going nuts on the sidelines.
Who I took in prime picks with
When do we get to the point in the season? I think 12 games is when we're there. You are what you are. So when you say they're not a bad team and they're 4-8, the record says otherwise.
So the only pushback I'd have on that is I honestly think if you had an average quarterback for Denver, they would be, I don't know, 2-3 wins better. Like they have They have a decent defense. They have some good young talent. No
Who are you taking?
I'm taking Carolina, but I'd argue you have to factor that in when you say good or bad team. If you have a bad quarterback, it makes it a bad team.
I'm more saying like if I were.
They have the parts.
If they fire Vic Fangio, I would put that at the top of my list of jobs I'd want, just because they do really feel like a quarterback away from being in the.
I got to figure out who I picked on Prime Picks, and that's who I'm going with. Right now, I'll say Denver, but if I pick Carolina, I want Carolina.
Okay.
I got to replay that because I don't want to pick two different teams.
And Dan, who are you taking?
I'll take Carolina.
Okay. Let's go to the New York Jets at the Seattle Seahawks. Dave, the Jets almost lost the tank last week. They almost fucked it up. Then the Seahawks lost it.
Dr. Heat, baby.
Yeah, you got to take Seattle. Again, I know we talked about it. I'd like to give my credit give myself credit for taking the Giants and the biggest underdog in the history of the show that's been hit this year.
Dan?
In the history of the show, since it's the only year.
I will take the Seahawks. I don't know why I was thinking.
I'm going to Seahawks.
Deion, what did you think about the end of that Jets game? Do you think that...
Dr. Heat.
Yeah. Did Greg Williams purposely sit in the house twice?
I think differently, man. Let me tell you something. I know what he was thinking. They got to get the ball out, make a play, third and forever. When is the cornerback going to take responsibility for a kid to get up there in the press conference and whoever it was, they sit up there and talk about the coach put us in a bad situation? That's a punk move. No, man. In the NFL, as a player,
is like the fastest guy
okay,
ever.
and so what the guy should have been doing?
Let's not give him any
and you're going to let him get deep?
But
no. You're going to
safety
let him
over the top would maybe help that.
No, when you blitz, it ain't no safety.
That's the problem.
No,
Dr. Heat.
Why did he blitz twice? Why did he?
Well, how about this?
When
you blitz,
Dr. Heat. Can we
talk football for a second?
All right, yeah, but let me just throw this out there.
Go ahead.
You can still be Dr. Heat. You can blitz 6 instead of 8.
No. That's where you're wrong. You can't be more wrong about that.
Let me tell you something. This is the thing. This is the thought process of a defensive coordinator. You sit guys back. It was 3rd and 100, okay? So you sit back and say, you know what? Everybody get back at the sticks. We're going to blitz. The ball's going to come out quick. Make the tackle. That's the thought process. It's no way you're going to think a fool in the secondary, you got Ruggs in front of you, and you're not getting back to the darn end zone. It's no way you give up a 6. The problem was the quarterback flushed out. The guy's looking in the backfield and not at his man, and he got his butt beat.
I disagree. I don't think that's how Dr. Heat feels. I think he thinks we're going to sack you.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to bring the heat.
Right.
That's right.
Going to be carried off by the team on their shoulders.
You get the ball out of there.
You can't beat us if the quarterback is on the ground. That's all he thinks.
The thought is to get the ball out.
Al
Davis. Happens every week.
Quarterback must go down. He must go down.
Players
hard.
do that every week. I like that.
That's Al Davis.
Players, coaches do that every week. 3rd and long, they send them.
But
there's no thought with Dr. Heat what the situation
this literally
is.
has never happened before.
Have you seen the clip someone put out, by the way, when he was signing autographs?
Who, Dr. Heat?
Yeah, and they're like, what's your favorite coverage? He's like, cover 0 blitz.
Yeah.
But no, there is the stat that it's never happened twice in a row with
before.
No,
but he's Dr. Heat.
I'm telling you, that's the thought process. But I hate
They should have scored on the play before, though.
Right. I hate for a kid to get up and blame it on the coach when you got this guy. You're covering this guy. That's your man. It's Ruggs. It's Ruggs.
Who was the old Pittsburgh?
It's no way.
Boat?
If I got to put a safety on the top, the kid should be on the
field.
field.
He did. He had those glasses, those yellow glasses, Oakley's, the shop glasses.
I come from Jerry Glanville.
He liked to bring it too.
No, we called it punt return. It was 10 guys on the ball.
Yeah, right.
One guy back.
That's how I played.
It was a punt return.
Yes.
Punt return. That was the regular on first down. Yeah. 10 guys on the line, 1 guy back.
Gotta love.
You had to cover.
Gotta love Dr. Heat. Let's go to the Colts at the Raiders. Dan.
I don't
know who the Raiders are.
Advisors. I picked the over. I'll take the Raiders.
Dave.
Raiders.
I think you had the Raiders and advisors.
I'm taking the Colts.
Perfect.
Good.
All right, let's go to the Washington football team at the San Francisco 49ers. Deion.
You do know that Phillip Rivers is accustomed to playing the Raiders twice a year. I'm not going to say that. Washington football team is San Francisco. I'm going to take San Francisco at the crib.
Yep, knew you would.
Dave?
Even though the crib is now in Arizona, just so you know.
Don't matter.
Okay.
Someone still has to fly across the country with 2 meals.
Dave.
Ponder the thought.
Well, I think this is a classic Washington lose game after coming off that Pittsburgh, but I'm in chase mode, so we got to go Washington here.
I'm going to take Washington as well.
All right, let's go the Saints at the Eagles. The Jalen Hurts starting for the Eagles.
Even though he's not going to solve anything, I'll keep this simple. Saints by Billy.
You don't think he's going to solve anything?
No, he's not very good.
He's better than Carson Wentz.
He's better than that.
Might not be.
Carson Wentz.
But that's not saying much. Jalen Hurts is not very good.
Carson Wentz, it's no way.
I hate Carson Wentz. I don't hate him as a human.
Yeah, you
but
hate him as a player.
Correct. But I don't.
I'm with you.
I don't think Jalen Hurts is solving much.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Saints as well. Saints are just kicking ass right now.
Deion?
I love the Saints. You know I love the Saints.
Yeah, do you think that Jalen is going to be a better choice than Carson, though?
Right now, only because of mobility. Because he's going to run for his life.
But if you have a heartbeat, you're better than
Correct.
That's fair. His confidence is completely gone. You've been saying that for weeks.
He's out of there.
Let's go Falcons at Chargers. Dan?
I'm going to take the Falcons. I don't know. The Chargers are such a poorly coached team, and the Falcons have been game in a lot of these. You know, they lost to the Saints, but they were still fighting. I'm going to take the Falcons.
Dave?
Deion?
I like the Falcons. I hate the Falcons on the West Coast. I truly do. But after that beat down that the Chargers surrendered, is no way I'm picking them. They're still healing. There's no way.
Chargers.
Let's go Green Bay.
This is a week. If I can get things to break, I can make a comeback.
Green Bay at the Lions. Dave?
Green Bay.
Dan?
Packers.
All right. And then Monday Night Football, we've got Baltimore at Cleveland. Deion, I'll start with you.
Lamar. Oh. That's who I'm picking. You guys ride with the one-game wonder. I'm picking Lamar Jackson. And guess what? I'm FaceTiming both of y'all during the game.
Love it.
What about your other guy there, Odell?
Yeah, he's rehabbing.
Interesting.
Baker played
the
pretty
second
well.
he disappears, that team goes.
Yep. Well,
Was it Baker had 6 straight scoring drives to start the season.
What's happened with the Giants once Loudmouth left?
They got a second pick. Yeah, they got the second pick of the whole draft once he left, right?
Joe Judge has him on the right track.
Kind of strange how wherever Odell goes, they stink, and then when he disappears, they get good.
I like your thought process.
Interesting.
I like your thought.
LSU won the national title last year.
And then he got them put on suspension. Interesting.
He can't go back to Baton Rouge for a while. Yeah.
Interesting.
I want the Bears to trade for Odell so they can then trade him away.
But he can't dance. He's a good dancer, and he beats up, the kicking net pretty good.
He's FaceTiming him right now.
You're lucky.
He's probably in the middle of a break dance with Bieber.
On a boat somewhere.
I'm going to take Cleveland because I need Baltimore to lose.
I would like to wait and see if Wyatt Teller's going to play.
Just say what you believe. Stop it. Stop it. Dan, come on. Stand up. Stand up, please. Don't do it to yourselves.
I'll take Baltimore.
Thank you.
But you do like Baker a little bit more now, do you?
No, I never I don't dislike Baker. I dislike the way he plays sometimes. He played a great game last week, and I'm proud of him. And I got a tweet from somebody, and I had to respond to it. But I'm proud of Baker.
What was
last
that? I tell you, I mean, the Odell train, though, that is, I mean, you can say whatever you want.
None of them have won anything. They haven't won anything.
They're playing
the Giants.
This is the best season they've ever had. The Giants are a disgrace with him.
Odell left a couple years ago, right?
Right.
What you get?
I do.
You're delayed?
No. He was on the team, and everyone said the Browns are going to be great, and they were horrible. And then now he's hurt, and suddenly they're good.
They're not good.
Well, 9-3 is
They're going to make the playoffs. First time since 2002.
We are getting to the point of the season where you are what you are, and 9-3 is good.
Yeah. I think they're winning. I don't think they're good. There's a difference.
We'll see what happens on Monday.
Yeah, you feel me on that.
No, 9-3.
Are they good?
What define good? Well, I think the Giants
define
are
good.
I think the Giants are good.
Good is good. It's
They're
like
good.
When he eat a pizza, what he say? That's good.
What's good though? I'll tell you what's
The
good.
Browns are good.
Is winning the Super Bowl, like you have to be able to win the Super Bowl to be good? Or you just
I think so.
win a playoff?
Well, no, Super Bowl, you're great.
I agree.
Okay, so the Browns are good. They can win a playoff game. Absolutely.
Browns are good.
Absolutely.
Your definition of good and my definition.
Well,
If you win
like
the
you saying
division
a good
with a winning
game.
record,
It's
you're
a
good.
close game.
They're not going to win the division, but yeah.
I'm just saying.
So-
If you're not going to win the division, so how can you be good?
You never know.
Yeah, 9-3 is
I mean,
good.
they lose this week.
Yeah. Wow, could you imagine that?
So many different definitions of good, by the way.
Yep.
We'll see what happens on Monday. Let's go to the Fantasy Football Factory Minute with the guys on the podcast.
And we are back! The Fantasy Football Factory Fantasy Minute of the Week, Week 14.
It's the playoffs, Roan, but I'm not going to call him that. I'm going to call him the playoffs.
Oh.
If you sub Jared out, you won't get the big belt. I know it's taken a while for him to be consistent, but it's been well worth the wait.
Yeah.
He's my start of the week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I'm not touching on any boys. After last week's performance against the Ravens, Dallas is due for a flop against the Bengals.
Bengals? Not me. I'm a Ben guy. I think him and the entire Steelers offense comes out swinging against the Washington offense.
Oh, yeah.
Defense.
Speaking of, well, yeah, I'm not going to blame you because speaking of, if you got him, you got to start Scary Terry McLaurin. So I hope you held him throughout the year and didn't sell early.
Celery. Speaking of vegetables, Roan, it's time to elect to unplug the life support from this Singletary. Devin Singletary.
Oh, okay. Well, while he has been terrible, Josh Allen 6 rushing touchdowns and Zach Moss's 3. That's 10 touchdowns that have been vultured from him this year. So you have to really keep that in mind.
6 and 3 is 9. That was a bad ad.
Oh,
dumb ad even. But I'm talking dumb.
Yeah.
Devontae and Thielen. I think any cornerback will have trouble guarding them.
Oh,
Adam,
Garden. Well, if that's the topic, then how about we go to the Big Apple and start Wayne Gallman? And for my sleeper of the week is Gerald Everett. Gerald
You're better than me.
Gerald
That was
Everett.
good.
That's my sleeper
Gerald
of the week. Yes,
Everett.
Gerald Everett.
Adam and Eve.
And back to you.
All right, it's time for the primetime picks of the week presented by the Chevy Silverado. Here's our strongest pick of the week brought to you by the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. Dan, 12-1. The Hot Wheels Silverado still on the line for your son for Christmas.
Yep.
So you're staying hot.
He wants a big wheel.
I do want the big wheel. I'm going to go 16-1. The Seattle Seahawks, I have not picked them. Put them on the board. Make me 13-1. They're not going to lose to the Jets. That was easy. It's just such a shame that Mike McCarthy had to break that watermelon.
It really is. Didn't get the real thing. You get the Hot Wheels. Or is it Big Wheels or Hot Wheels?
Big Wheels, Hot Wheels. I don't know.
Whatever. Sad for Mike McCarthy. Dave?
Are we allowed to pick Seattle? If not, Tennessee.
No,
if not, I don't care.
And Deion, you've gone 2-0 when Dan picks your picks.
Do it again, Dan.
What?
Pick my pick.
Oh, okay.
He's gone 2-0.
Yeah, let me pick your pick. All right. I'm looking at who you have picked. Damn, you've taken all the good teams. How are you so bad at this? This is actually
Because I gave
remarkable.
up. You were dominating.
Tennessee, jeez, you are.
I mean, it was over week
Yeah,
one.
you're
They both
bad
lost
at
week
this,
one.
man.
Yep. He's good at the real game.
I mean, this is hard because Deion has literally picked every good team, and now we're stuck with. Let's go with Indianapolis.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good pick for you.
That's a great pick for me. You're a
nice
good
pick.
man.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe we'll go 3-0. Before we end the show, is there any update on the NFC East bet, or do you want to wait another week?
We'll wait. Well, I'll think of something.
Tell me what you mean. I'm getting old. You got to get my memory back jarred.
If Washington or the Giants are going to win a playoff game.
Correct.
Because you said
No, they're not going to win a playoff game.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Figure that out.
You should be able to, like, I don't know, maybe house visits. No, like you can just go to his house and pick anything, and he can go to your apartment and pick anything.
Pick anything.
Just anything.
I don't like that.
I wouldn't like
You
it.
got to be more creative.
You think I'll ever get any of that Jackson State merch, or just never coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got to get the right stuff.
We're trying to rep it for you.
I mean, it's,
I want
You
to
know
rep
what?
some too.
You know
yeah.
what? I just got a hoodie the other day that I got to get it for you because it's really nice.
Okay.
Would you ever think about having the two of them come when the players report for like morale?
No, I want them to call it during game.
Yes.
Definitely.
See, that's
The
what-
plays, right?
No, the game.
No,
play by
the
play.
plays. We'll call.
I'll do both,
Dr. Heat.
but I'll light your ass up
We'll
if you have
Dr.
some
Heat
bad
it.
calls.
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Would you ever have Glennie to?
Glennie Balls. First of all, Glennie Balls in Tungstown, they got to be there.
I would love to come to a Jackson State game. I'm so in.
See what I'm saying?
There you
Glennie,
go.
what's the weather in Jackson, Mississippi?
I don't know the weather in Jackson, Mississippi. It's south. I'd assume it's nice.
Can you point to Jackson,
Glennie,
Mississippi?
Glennie, I tell you what, Glennie, if we really start dominating, I can't do it during the game because it's a violation, but I'll wear the Glennie Balls wear in pregame.
I got a couple samples.
You could be like you could be like a coach in Hawaii if you wear it on the sideline.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
June Jones.
June Jones, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Threw me my first touchdown pass.
Offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm in on that.
All right. Anything
Take
else,
the over
guys?
every week.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
I got a couple games subject to change.
That would be
but
great if
for
you
the
just
most.
got like Dr. Heat on defense.
Yeah,
James Jones
Dr.
on
Heat,
offense,
yes.
Glanville
Dr. Heat,
somewhere.
yes.
Just
One-play drives back and
misfits.
forth. Yeah.
And you have a couple games that are subject to change, so we'll
Yeah.
toss it to the three of you guys and see what Deion changes right now.
All right. Welcome live to the Barstool Pro Football Show After Show presented by Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. We also have the Pigskin Parlay today. Pigskin Parlay, $25,000. Play for free on the Play Barstool app. It's free to play. $25,000 to the winner. All right, boys. Dave's in Miami. Deion's in Mississippi. I'm in New York. How are we feeling? I have some news. I'm going to start. I'll go to you first, Deion. Some news that might change some things. Kyle Van Noy out for the Dolphins. And then Brandon Cooks out for the Texans. I already had the Chiefs and the Bears, but I think both those teams win. Thoughts, Deion?
I'm good. I like where I am. I'm really dominant right now. Dave is in Miami, so he's really not focused. So I'm good. I like where I am.
Dave?
Dan, I haven't told you this, Dan, but I got killed all day on Friday night, and I went all in, double and nothing on Arizona.
What?
No.
Yeah.
They lost 70-7, Dave.
It was over before it started. It was 21-0 before you could even turn your TV on.
It was so bad, Dave. They fired. Yeah, Kevin Sumlin. Kevin Sumlin has been fired.
Yeah, I tweeted that he should be fired in the second quarter. Also, I'm at the one hotel in Miami, and Deion, you're not going to get this, but you'll never guess who's rolling around this hotel. Sausage.
What?
Who is Sausage?
We have a sales guy named Sage, and he might be on
It looks like a fat sausage.
He might be on a little bit on the heavier side, so Dave calls him Sausage.
That's a good one. Hey, that's hey, man. I thought I was the king of nicknames. Sausage. I like that one, man.
It's so mean.
I've been coming to the hotel for like 3 years. I got to find a new hotel now.
This is like Sausage wore my shirt over the summer. I walked in one day and he was wearing the shirt that I've worn like a million times. Like, oh, that's my shirt. He's like, yeah, I know, I liked it. And I was like, well, you can't do that.
Oh man, you guys off the chain, man.
Dave, let's do this before we let everyone get to Week 14. So the Patriots season is officially over?
It's done.
Yeah.
Done.
Listen, that score wasn't. You guys happy? It's done. It's done. All right.
It's done.
Okay, yeah, but I need to know from Dave, where does Cam go? We had this conversation on my podcast. Where does Cam go? Like, does he play again after the season?
Retired.
No, I don't. He'll be a starter again. He's terrible.
Yeah, I think he retired.
Like Cam Newton is going to be a backup.
Retired. I think he's going to retire.
I don't. I think he'll be a backup.
He is so bad that I said this, Dave, to Hank when we were watching the game on Thursday night. Mitch Trubisky right now is better than Cam Newton.
No.
Yes.
He's not bad. No.
I mean,
Right now.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Yes. All right. Any changes to any picks? Oh, shit. I just spilled that. Fuck. I just spilled the whole coffee. Any changes to any picks?
No.
We got Spider here, ready to go on the All right, Dave, any changes to your picks? I spilled an entire coffee, like full, extra large coffee just spilled everywhere. That's all I got. All right. Thank you to Chevy. Thank you to everyone watching. We'll see you next week. Week 14, enjoy your picks. Thank you, Deion. Thank you, Dave. Shout out Sausage. Dave's already gone. Later. One thing to remember when you're gambling on the Barstool Sportsbook app, make sure that you gamble responsibly. Know your odds, know your chances of losing.
Gamble responsibly. Nobody wants to end up in a trash can.
You can play with Penn National, which is a licensed and regulated operator. big words. And if you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.